This is Southside Nude Beach, one of the nude beaches close to Melbourne, and I gotta say, it is spectacular. But there is a problem here. It's grey, it's chilly, and there's even a slight drizzle. We have been told that Melbourne can have 4 seasons in one day and that most of the time you should just wait for the good weather to come. But the weather forecast says otherwise. In fact, according to the weather forecast, this is the best weather we will get in the next couple of days. But the good news is that we are at the start of the Great Ocean Road. The next 250 kilometers should give us a summary of what Australia has to offer. Animals, kangaroos, koalas, waterfalls, beaches, the whole shebang. So let's do that instead.
We are Nick and Linz. For the last 5 years, we have been traveling to some of the most amazing nature places on the planet. And now we embarked on an epic journey to experience naturism in every continent of the world. Subscribe and travel along with us. Right now we are in Australia. This video has been sponsored by the Australian Naturists Federation. They are our main resource for information about naturism in Australia and a great place for Australian naturists to connect and share advice. This is a beautiful beach and I can only imagine how it must be when the sun is shining, but I think it's gonna be super gorgeous. And to be honest, it feels a little bit strange to not strip down on a nude beach, but I am gonna dip my toe in the water just for the sake of this video. Woo! Okay, trust me, it's cold. We just made history! This is officially the shortest visit to a nude beach ever in our Naked Wanderings live. Bye, Nude Beach!
By the way, in case you missed our previous video, in the next few weeks we will be traveling through Australia, hopefully in a little bit better weather, but even then, I'm sure that this country can keep us busy for some time. And we rented another van for this trip. We couldn't really agree on the name, so we asked our audience on Twitter and Instagram, and it was pretty obvious. We are driving Wilma through Australia. Our next stop for today is the Anglesey Golf Club. We're not here because we are particularly interested in golf, but because there's supposed to be a herd of kangaroos here. Is it a herd of kangaroos? I don't know, I have to look it up. And there they are! They're a bit far away, they're also a bit lazy.
I read somewhere online, or I heard somewhere, I don't remember where, that most Aussie people, they don't like kangaroos. But honestly, for us Europeans, kangaroos are super excited, so I'm already gonna apologize if I'm gonna be overexcited in this video or probably in another video. But kangaroos are just so cool to watch.
Kangaroos have been living on these lands long before the white people started building golf courses. And now they have to share, but they're like, we want to share, but we're not going away. Even though kangaroos are like the rabbits of Australia, they're still one of the main reasons why I wanted to come here. And I hope that we will see a lot more. So, off to our next stop. This starts to look like the Australian beaches that I know from TV. It's spectacular. There are no nude beaches though. In fact, I think the next nude beach is Meslin Beach, all the way in Adelaide, about 1,000 kilometers from here. But if this is Victoria summer weather, I'm starting to understand why there are so few nude beaches in this area. These are also just living in the wild here. I think we even passed by a village that is known for cockatoos. This town is called Lorne. It's supposed to be home to many cockatoos, and it's also where we're gonna spend the night. It looks like cockatoos are the local pigeons. That does suck a little bit the magic out of the birds. Seeing people swimming in the sea in these temperatures kind of worries me. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is Australian summer. Maybe this is Australian warm. When we booked Wilma the van, we kind of anticipated warm weather where we could spend a lot of time outside. So it's a little bit cramped to be inside. But of course, there are always those who are worse off than us.
Good morning. The weather today is just absolutely terrible. Let's just say it that way. But yeah, we'll see how the day goes. So, you ready for another beautiful day on the coastal road? Let's do this, right?
Let's go.
Let's go.
We are following a Great Ocean Road itinerary that we found on the internet, and we have a lot of cool excursions for today, and all of them are outside, of course. This is Teddy's Lookout. It's said to be one of the most beautiful viewpoints in the whole road. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is it?
Maybe on another day. How do you like Australia so far?
Honest? No, it's fine. But the thing is, the wind is really picking up, and as long as I'm in between the ocean and the mountains and the rocks, it's fine. But sometimes you have these open spaces, and then I really feel Wilma moving, and I don't think Wilma, our van, is that stable, so I really need to concentrate. What is it? It smells funny, no?
We heard the sound. It smells a bit funny in the car, but it's nothing to see.
Right. It smells a little bit funny. But no smoke? What do you think? Is Wilma okay?
We will see. I don't know. I don't know anything about vans.
Maybe we're just smelling the dishes.
Our next stop for today is Kenneth River. It's said to be almost impossible to not see koalas in the wild here. But we don't believe in the impossible. Another couple walking here just told us that they haven't been able to see any koalas. Maybe we'll have better luck, or maybe not. I don't even know if koalas get out when it rains. Maybe they dig a hole and just sit in the dry. I don't know. If you know, drop it in the comments. Maybe we're here just for nothing. But yeah, it's a nature walk.
No luck.
See one? Ah, yeah. There's one.
You see it?
Try to get closer. It's a koala. The internet was right. It is impossible not to see koalas here. Even in this shitty weather, we saw one.
Oh, they're so cute. Look at them. Woochie, woochie. Okay, so when they're sleeping, they don't dig a hole. They just sleep in trees.
We just found another one, and this one is very, very close to the ground.
Yeah. That one is so fluffy. Right, the other one was also fluffy, but I can just see more fluffiness because he's closer. Hi!
If animals with a thick coat like that live in Australia, we shouldn't be that surprised that it gets so cold here. I gotta say, the weather is absolute crap, but Australia is being good to us. In just a day and a half, we've seen kangaroos, we've seen koala, and we've seen cockatoos, even though we didn't know that these were a thing here. This is Apollo Beach. Once again, it should be a really nice beach when the sun is out, but today it's like, yeah, not so much. But the sea is very, very nice, so it's very rough, very heavy. And there is something on the beach. Hi, buddy. I don't really think that he or she is supposed to be here. That's a pity. As our next couple of stops are all beaches and viewpoints, I think we will call it a day for today, find ourselves a camping spot and explore the region further tomorrow. My idea to have breakfast on the beach in the morning sun is not gonna be one for today. I'm starting to get the impression that maybe our plane took a wrong turn and dropped us off in Scotland. But at least it did stop raining, so that is the good news. Our first stop for today is a rainforest, which is kind of strange because we're at the coast right now and it doesn't look like there's a rainforest nearby, but apparently it's only a 15-minute drive. These are very special trees. They look like palm trees, but they are this. I don't know the name in English, but you recognize them from any other forest you've ever been probably, but here they grow in trees. Sign over here says that we are standing next to the world's tallest flowering plant. The only problem is that it doesn't say which plant it is, so we can only guess. Which one do you think it is?
That one has little flowers on it. So maybe it's that one? You see?
That's not 100 meters.
No.
Maybe it's a baby world's tallest
Yeah,
plant.
I was just gonna say, it can grow up to 100 meters. Or maybe it's that one.
Let's just believe it's this plant over here.
You see that?
Is it koala?
No.
Kangaroo?
No. It's an
Cockatoo.
An itsy tiny little spider. And it can probably kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're in Australia.
Very likely. I think that this was probably the least spectacular of our stops so far. There are quite some plants that are probably very unique here, that only exists in Australia, and that are the wet dream of any biology teacher I ever had. But to us, it's like, yeah, it's a forest, and I like the ocean scenery better. What makes it a bit more exciting though is knowing that Australian forests are full of animals that are very happy to kill you. Off to our next stop, which is supposed to be the highlight of the Great Ocean Road. Yep, this is beautiful. These are called the 12 Apostles. I guess there are 12 rocks in the sea, but what a view.
And as an extra bonus, the sun is out. Well, a little bit. Oh, there she is.
I get it why it's the most popular spot. This place is beautiful and it's very popular. You can do plane tours here, helicopters tours, the parking is huge. There are a number of other stops very close by here, so I guess we'll just get to see the Apostles close by. This one is the Loch Art Gorge. I have no idea what that means. It's probably something Australian, but it's cool. It's really nice. And what's also interesting is that every corner we seem to take, the landscape completely changes. First we were in Rainforest today, then we were in mountain landscape. Now we have this dry savanna type landscape, and all of that just happened in less than a couple of hours. And it just keeps getting better and better. This one is called the Razor Blade. It's almost like a painting, as if we stepped into a painting.
Maybe you should read the signs, Nick. It's the razor back.
It's close enough. It's places like this that make you realize that maybe we should take a little bit more care of nature, because only nature can do this. This is not man-made, and man could never make something like this. If it goes away, it will never come back.
And it also makes me realize how small we actually are. We are just a little dot in this huge, beautiful universe.
Quickly in between beautiful rocks in the ocean, here's some Australian humor. It's a fish and chips place. How funny is this? Next one, London Bridge. You know why it's called London Bridge, right?
Because it looks like the bridge in London.
No, you had a better explanation earlier.
Oh, really? Ah, because the weather is so bad.
It's so windy. There are at least 10 or so more stops to see rocks in the ocean, but I guess when you're watching this at home in your chair or couch or whatever, it might get a little bit boring. So maybe one more. Last stop of the day, the Bay of Islands. As the name suggests. And it's particularly windy here. We've seen quite some potential nude beaches along the Great Ocean Road, but I understand that with this weather, it may be better to just put viewing points instead. This is about as much great scenery that we can soak up for a day, so let's go find ourselves a campsite. Even though we've been having quite shitty weather the last days, we have seen some amazing things. Australia has given us a lot. Beautiful beaches, beautiful landscapes, kangaroos, koalas. The only thing we didn't have to get to experience yet is the Australian sunshine. And it doesn't look very promising because the weather forecast is giving more rainy days. So we decided to make a U-turn, and tomorrow we're driving to the east and see if we can find some naturist weather there. If you want to know if we find it or not, that's something you will see next week.
So make sure to subscribe to our channel, and if you like this video, please give us a big fat thumbs up, and we just see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
We have been told that you just should. Our first bad hair day. And what's also interesting is that and what's only
How are you liking the weather?
shitty weather.